Hey everyone, welcome to Open by Accident. I'm Matt, and today we're going to add a couple of games to my Xbox 360 collection. Let's jump right in. So recently I was on a trip to St. Louis to do a trade for some new video games to add to the collection, as well as use for content for a upcoming video for the channel. The trade didn't quite go through as initially planned, but I do believe that we're going to work a deal out and hopefully we'll have some new content and some new games to share with you from that trade. But while I was in St. Louis, I did stop at a retail store called Slackers CDs and Games. This is a chain of stores that's been in business since around 1993. It is a retail store, so you're not necessarily always going to find the best deal, but sometimes you can find some really good condition games at, like market value or around market value, and that's exactly what I did. I found two Xbox 360 games that I didn't have in the collection that I've been kind of on the hunt for, and a version of a game that I've really wanted to add to the collection that just is kind of hard to find if you don't just go buy it now on eBay. But the first game is kind of surprising because it is a game that's really older for the system, came out around launch time, and that's Bomberman Act Zero. Bomberman Act Zero is kind of a different take on the Bomberman series. It changes the aesthetics drastically, but it still plays like Bomberman. Sort of the unfortunate part with the Xbox 360 store shutting down is that this game no longer supports online multiplayer, and it does not have like a couch co-op or a local multiplayer version of the game. So at this point, it's just a single player campaign for me. I do enjoy the Bomberman series. I do remember playing through Bomberman R on the Xbox One, and I'm excited to eventually pick up Bomberman R2 because I really like that particular game. I can definitely see myself coming back to this game, revisiting it time and time again. It's a really fun game, and it plays just like the Bomberman games. It just looks totally different. So the next game we picked up, this is actually a special edition. This is Risen 2 Dark Waters. So
miserable weather. Good that we arrived yesterday.
Did you see the Kraken?
That's what I meant. That could have been us. The poor sods. But just where do you think you're going?
I want to rescue the survivors.
Not with this ship, you won't. Get down to the beach if you want to rescue some driftwood. Go on.
So what makes this the special edition is it came with some DLC that was on the game discs as well, or I'm sorry, not on the game disc. They came in like paper form. But one of the big things that I really wanted to find this game for is it has like a map poster that was only packaged with the special edition. So Risen 2 is like an action RPG game with a heavy emphasis on pirate theming. I started kind of playing it, but it's definitely a game that's going to take some time to get into. I don't know when I'll return to this game, but I fired it up. The visuals look nice, the gameplay's all right. But it was one of those special edition games that I didn't have in the collection that I wanted to definitely add. So I added Risen 2 Dark Waters as well as Bomberman Act Zero. So I paid $15 for each of these games. Bomberman Act Zero at $15 was a pretty good price point. as this game hovers right around that $17 to $18 range right now. That's the highest price it's been probably in the past 10 years, because it always was like a $5 game complete in box. But you know, with the recent spike in Xbox 360 games recently this year, with the Xbox 360 store shutting down, people kind of in panic mode trying to, you know, build their collections before, you know, they didn't have access to these games. This one definitely was a victim of rising in price from that panic. But I think it was well worth 15 bucks. Because I can see myself coming back to this game, you know, time and time again, because I love the Bomberman series. So, you know, we did all right on this one. You know, we're a couple dollars ahead as far as, you know, value from the point we paid for it. Whereas Risen 2 Dark Waters, the special edition, that's a different story. This game has been pretty stagnant for, you know, quite a while. Probably since about 2017, it's always hovered around $10 range. The thing is when you buy them on eBay, you're gonna have it at a $10 price point plus shipping and handling. So you're always gonna be around 15 bucks. We also paid $15 for this. The reason I went ahead and pulled the trigger is it had all the paperwork. It had the map and poster, and the disc looked nice. The case was nice. There was no reason not to go ahead and pull the trigger, because it's basically paying for what you'd buy it for on eBay at that point. So I paid $15 a piece. The only real downside to either one of these games is Bomberman X-Zero has that infamous GameStop sticker, and it is on the artwork itself. But otherwise, you know, there's no water damage to the games. The discs look perfect. They play great. And they're definitely games that I was excited to add to the collection. So I think I did all right. I mean, I pretty much broke even, I'd say, between the two games for what I paid for them. But I always like buying games in person versus, you know, heading over to an online website like Amazon or eBay and just clicking to buy it now. Now, I understand some people, that's their limitation, because I had to travel, you know, quite a ways just to go to St. Louis just to pick up these games. I mean, I had other intentions when I was in St. Louis, but ultimately this was what I came back with. So, you know, all in all, you know, it was a fun trip. We got to eat out and pick up a couple of games. But, well, what did you guys think of my pickups? What Xbox 360 games are you adding to your collection? Definitely leave a comment below and check out our other videos. We've got a few videos where we're building Nick a budget Xbox 360 collection, as well as adding more games to my ever-growing Xbox 360 collection. As of right now, it puts me at 668 unique titles for my 360 collection. And that's in physical form. That's not counting all the digital games that I downloaded throughout the lifespan of the online store on Xbox 360. But right now I'm at 668 unique Xbox 360 physical titles, which is pretty cool. I've got a big stack of like sports games to go through that I think I need some of them. And it's kind of like, do I really want to add them? But I picked them up really cheap. So maybe we'll go through those at one point in a future video. But we appreciate you guys watching the videos, and definitely stick around for more content to come. Thanks.